All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 guys. We are live. Man, that was a brutal, absolutely brutal day yesterday, guys. Holy hell, that was rough. But hopefully, um, I really do think that the damage is done or close to it. All right. I posted in the Discord a few minutes ago what my expectations are. There's a few different charts I'm watching, especially on our positions that we have open right now. Not loving the interaction we're getting right now on some of these. And the main thing we're looking at right now is Bitcoin. Bitcoin and also the traditional markets are also giving us a lot of hints right now as to what's going on. Looks to be some sort of a falling wedge forming here on SPX. That was interesting to me. Dow and SPX are just really struggling. We have a trend line forming over here on Dow Jones as well. Essentially, we don't need much to have Bitcoin to have a really good rally. We really don't. But right now, we don't have that sign telling us that it's really ready for it yet. So I stated some conditions in the Discord earlier today. Um, Essentially, this, guys, last night we had this breaker form. Where's it at? Yeah, last night we had this breaker form. We said if we can hold this 15-minute breaker, that's going to be a really good sign. We had a close above it, but is that a bullish retest? It ended up, it actually was a bullish retest, and it did work its way out really well from there. But now we're up in this region. We have another breaker that formed up here. This is an hourly breaker, and we lost it. So now we're coming back down to test this one. And this is the one we're at right now. And it's a really significant one. It really is. So let's go over here and let me find one of the charts. I'll just remake it, honestly. Not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and remake it. Right over here, this is the breaker we're looking at right now. And if we lose this, then obviously that's not a good thing, right? Now, here's where it gets weird because we actually are at a really significant level, or I think it's a significant level. So if you take a trend line from the highs over here at 40,000 and you drag this sucker all the way down, you can see how well it's been interacted with, right? Let's go ahead and make sure that it's better clipped. Okay, there's a good clipping there. And this is the highs. Yeah, so if you look at this, you can see that like we've already tested it once, twice. So if we can go up there and test it a third time in this little consolidation cluster, that'd be a really good sign, right? So it's a sign of strength if we can bust from it. And like I was talking about yesterday, there are a lot of very strong, or well, let me rephrase this. If you go back in time and look at other crashes of this manner, when we've had major crashes, we always get a really strong recovery bounce. Okay. Now, when I say recovery bounce, I'm not meaning like all-time highs, let's target 100,000. I'm talking if you have a movement of this magnitude where it just dumps really harshly, you're going to get a bounce of a pretty significant amount. Um, let's go back in time. Let's show you some examples of those. What is this? Bybit? I don't know if we have enough history on here. Let's see. Yeah, we do. All right, we have some history. Good. So let's go over here, right? This is the COVID-19 crash. All right. Well, what happened in this crash, right? It was very aggressive. And I assure you guys, I was here for this one. The one we had over the last, 3 or 4 days, it's bad. This was so much worse. All right, so much worse. So if that was the case, we're like here with one more massive dip to go, right? Because this completely wiped out everyone's expectations, and it was horrible, right? So this has not happened yet, all right? And what I'm looking for is whenever you have a really strong dip like this, you're looking for a strong recovery as well. So from the lows to the highs, I missed it. Okay. In the span of 8 hours, okay, we had a 58% increase on Bitcoin. And now you can imagine if you're trading altcoins, you're going to get a significantly even more percentage of increase. Okay, so 58% bounce. That's an extreme that we have not reached yet. Okay, I don't expect this level of a bounce because we haven't had this far of a dip. Okay, this was aggressive. Oh, I got to do the other way around. I'm about to say 114% dip. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, from the top to the bottom, this one drop right here was 53%. You guys see that? Over the span of like 24 hours, maybe 18 hours, that was a 53% drop on Bitcoin. All right, so that means if this thing started at like 35,000, that means it would be a dip down to like 18,000. Okay, so as you can tell, this is not the same as what we saw yesterday in the last 2 days. All right, take that as two different ways. Right, you can look at it as oh, it could always get worse, or hey, it could always get worse, right? Like this thing absolutely does not have to be done at this current levels, and we still could have an additional $10,000 dip left to go. Okay, it could happen. Make it very, very clear. It absolutely could happen. All right, but here's the important thing. This is what I'm really trying to show you guys. On this drop of, essentially, it dropped 53% in the span of 18 hours, but like the entire drop was 59% there. And if you want to go to the highs, that is a 64% dip, right? Which is obviously just incredible, right? So our thing started at 40,000. So 64% drop from 40,000 is somewhere around, what, 15,000, give or take? Right? So obviously we're not at that price level. All right. And I don't expect us to dip that low, make it very clear. But just understand that these sort of things do happen and they're very aggressive. But the important thing I'm trying to show here is that whenever these things do happen, there is a massive, massive, absolutely massive recovery bounce that comes in. And like it's incredible to watch your screen. I remember sitting in my bed that night next to my wife, and we were just, and she had no clue, right? She had no clue what was going on because I was terrified, right? I was not in the same position I am right now. It was a really, really bad experience, and I'm talking the numbers on the screen were just flashing, flashing, flashing every which direction. Order books were going absolutely nuts. Volume was just incredible, right? This is Bybit. I'm sure if I went to Coinbase or like Binance, it'd have been a lot more crazy volume. But essentially, the market was just bouncing up and down just continuously, right? We haven't had that, okay? We have not seen that on this movement. It's still a controlled movement, okay? This was not controlled. This was utter and absolute freaking chaos, okay? But these bounces happen a lot, okay? And they bounce up and down and yada, yada, yada. All right. Now, that was one example, and this is like the example. This is the biggest capitulative event I've ever been a part of. Where I've actually had skin in the game, this is the biggest one that I've been a part of. I've witnessed from the sidelines other ones, but that was the worst one by far I was ever a part of. And I assure you, yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever, does not even come close. Okay, it doesn't. It was impressive, but like you're comparing an entirely different point of history in crypto. So whole different scenario. All right, but let's look over here. This is a pretty good dip, right? Really strong dip. Look what happens. Strong bounce. All right, so you have a 25% dip. Pretty familiar with what we're looking at right now, right? Well, what's the bounce? The bounce is going to be a 20% bounce. You guys see that? So 20% seems to be a pretty accurate number of what to expect when you have these really big capitulative moments. Over here, you guys can see, right? Massive dip of 22%, but from the lows, I'm going to come up here, 14, 15%, while it's still working itself out, and then eventually it works its way out. But I'm just talking about the original reaction, right? So these sort of reactions do happen in the market, and we haven't seen that yet. Let's go over here. This one looks like a little bit smaller, but you can still see we definitely still got a reaction. So this is from 5,000. Oh, that's a Fibonacci tool. Let's go over here. That's from, that's a 9% dip. But you guys can see we still get a strong reaction of 6% on this bounce. All right. Like, this is what happens. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, you guys can see this. So like these things don't just go straight up and down. They do maneuver. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So this is essentially the dip from 6,000. It cut it off just barely. But I remember this was one of the ones where I was not nearly as exposed back then. And I was actually involved in it, but it was playing out for a very long time, and we really expect this to come because it was in a descending triangle for like God, almost a year. And like everyone was like, oh yeah, it's gonna crash through. And like it was very expected, right? Different the one from last night, I would say. And definitely different one from the COVID crash. The COVID crash was absolutely insane, right? That was like the whole entire world is ending, mass lockdowns, etc. Everything's screwed. This one was just a very clear pattern that played out over a very long period of time, and it did eventually dip. But as you guys can see on this, you can still see strong movements back up every time. Okay, so so just understand though, guys, like trust me. I was out of position last night. I posted a video about it. I posted a video last night about it, basically explaining that yes, I was also out of position. I got wrecked pretty good last night, so it is what it is. I still plan on exiting a lot of my positions probably in profit or close to it. But that's just because I'm able to mitigate those. I'm able to focus on the high time frame and know that we are going to get a dip or a bounce. And this is essentially what I'm expecting. I'm expecting some sort of a bounce. And this is where I'm looking to actually take a lot of my profits. All right. And my altcoin positions are positioned appropriately to take advantage of this bounce. Let's see. Yeah, Dow's having a really. It started off. When the market open day, it was up 400 points, and now it's down 300. Like this is just garbage, right? All right, let me see. Got my comments up. I can see what you guys are talking about, etc. Cool. So yeah, overall though, guys, like it's not great. It's not great, but there are some bullish things I'm still looking at. For one, the longs, guys. I know it's like a broken record, but like look at this. This line right here was the previous all-time high of longs. Well, we're currently well above that. And this is really interesting to me, right? This means that if this was really not controlled and this was something that was unexpected by the market makers, then you would have those massive, liquidations of just a massive amount of longs. But this entire drop has just been a massive accumulation phase for these whales. So in this I still think we're going to get a massive long or a massive squeeze upwards because these guys are going to close in profit because they're still buying down here. Like they're not phased by this market at all, right? So that to me is really interesting. I do still expect this whale to get out with a majority of his longs in profit, and a majority of his longs were probably bought in the last 24 hours. Yeah. Majority of his longs were bought in the last 24 hours. So guess what? We're probably going to retrace what happened in the last 24 hours so that this guy can get out of his longs in profit. That's usually how this game works. Now, if he does not think that he can get out in profit, what is he going to do? Start closing them out, right? But as you can tell right now, there's definitely no longs that are closing out. So he's just grabbing up more, picking up more. I don't have the heat map on this computer, but if you go to the heat map, you can see that there are a lot of bids placed right around 28, 29,000. So they're definitely expecting potentially a drop down there. Yeah, it could. Minerva, isn't it likely to go down first before we have the relief? Possibly, right? It's very possibly. That's what I was saying. Like 29,000, 28,000, that entire region is an absolutely incredibly strong support level. Okay. I can't overstate it. This is no kidding, like the level I've been looking at for a very long time. So the fact that we're here is frustrating for me because I'm not in a position to really take advantage of this. But this right here is the level that I have been eyeing for forever, guys. Like this is the level that I have been looking at. So I would love to see this. Anywhere in here would be just an absolutely incredible buy opportunity, in my opinion. So we have the golden pocket of the entire macro structure right here. You guys can see that if you take a Fibonacci retracement, this is not, obviously an all-time chart. Oops, wrong one. That's a trend line. Let's go over here. If you go to the Fibonacci retracement of the entire macro structure from the lows of the capitulation in March of 2020 all the way to the highs of 69,000, you guys can see this is the golden pocket region. Okay, I love golden pockets, and no, it has not been tested yet. This is a golden pocket retracement of the entire macro structure. Okay, that to me is like the prime opportunity for a buy. Like, I'm very interested in this region. I really want to de-risk quite a bit up here, so that when we get down here, I can just go ham and buy just a shit ton of coins in this region, because based upon my experiences, golden pocket retracements are very, very strong. And because of this being the macro structure and the entire, all the craziness involved in the market, I think that we're going to have a very strong bounce from this region. Okay. Now, to where? I don't know. One step at a time, right? But I think the risk reward on this trade is extremely high, and I would absolutely be accumulating down in this area, right? Now, as far as the double bottoms are very, very rare. They're exceptionally rare. So don't expect a double bottom, but what you're looking for instead is what's called a sweep, right? So basically, you have this level. Let's go here. These lines are going to irritate me, but it's fine. I don't want to delete it. I just made them. But if you guys see this, all right. So if you can get something like this, double bottoms are very, very rare. Okay, they just are. They don't really happen. It's not really a thing that exists much in many markets at all. It really doesn't. But we come down here. This right now is a higher low as of right now. So you have a low, a high. This is a higher low, right? So obviously, if we break above here, that would be a change in market structure, right? This would be a good sign to buy back in, and essentially breaking above this trend line, etc. This would be a really good opportunity for me, and I'd be very happy with entering positions above this level. Okay, so this would be very, very nice. Now, the other thing we're looking for is a sweep. Okay, so essentially you come up here, you have a low, a high, make a lower low, right? You clear this low, but you come down, you sweep it right back above, and now you have a change in market structure on the lower time frame right here. These lows over here are very strong, liquidity levels. All right, so a lot of people who are trying to enter into large positions, they need people to sell them their Bitcoin, because if they go on the open market and try to buy it at open prices, there's not enough liquidity, and they're going to have too much slippage on these exchanges. So what they do is they basically force the price down, right, using sell walls and manipulation and things of that nature to drag the price down, go beneath these levels where people have their stop losses played, so they freak out, they capitulate. And what they're doing is they just basically pick up all those coins that people are selling into their bags over here, and they pop the upside. It happens quite a bit, right? This is essentially what I'm looking for. If you come down here, sweep it, come back up, market structure, this would be perfect, okay? Now, this is on a very low time frame. But if you go to a very, very high time frame, we have a very similar level as what we just showed you on the low time frame, except on the absolute macro scale of the entire market. You guys see this is a weekly chart, and we can see how we have now. Is this the right one? Yeah, okay. Remember what I just showed you, right? So you have a low, another high or a low, etc. Okay, come down here, right? Now, we've already fallen down past retracement levels. So retracement levels, obviously the 618 level did not hold. That's what I was expecting to hold. We obviously did not. So that right there has been fallen. So now we're going to come down here. Well, if we fall down below here, don't you think a lot of people are going to sell? Yeah, they are, right? Because that's what people do. They freak out. They're like, oh my God, new lows, this is bad, right? And then what are they going to do? They manipulate the price, drop it down here, and it's going to break beneath this low. Everyone freaks the hell out. But if you zoom out and don't focus on this small price action right here of how you're making a new low, instead if you zoom out, you can see, hey, we're at the golden pocket retracement of this entire structure, and we just swept below this low way over here, as well as the yearly open in 2020. right? Or that's a yearly open in 2021. There you go, 2021. Okay, very, very important levels. So you fall back down here, everyone sells. The whales who have already been accumulating, you can see they've been accumulating right here, right? We know they're accumulating positions here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's happening. It's just how far are they going to let this thing keep dropping? And I guess the answer is around the levels we're at right now, right? We already know that. We've already drawn this far down, and they're not selling their bags or keep picking them up. So if you fall down here and go into these positions, which we know the whales already have positions set at because you can see it on the exchanges, okay, up, down, sweep below here, they pick those bags up, and what are they going to do? Let the market go up, right? That's what they do, okay? Come down here, sweep below here, then let the market go up, and then you're going to have a massive recovery bounce, okay? And again, like I told you guys, recovery bounce. I'm not saying new highs. I'm saying a recovery bounce, you know, to this region up here. This makes the most sense to me. Like this makes sense. Come down here, sweep it, take that liquidity, come up here, and go up. Now, does it have to happen right now? No, it doesn't. And that's one of the things I'm a little bit cautious on right now, is that we don't necessarily have to come down here right now. We don't have to. I'm not ruling out us breaking above this trend line, coming up here, and then going down here for the actual sweep, and then going back up higher, right? That would also not surprise me one bit, right? Because this would basically give the whales opportunity to unload some bags, then go back in, repick up, and then continue to go back up. All right. This is something I'm also looking at. And right now, the main thing that we're really looking at right now is this trend line break. This trend line break will give us a ton of clues as to what's going on. Let's go to the 30. I think it makes it really clear there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you guys can see this trend line. Very clear, very obvious. Everyone's watching it, and for damn good reason, right? It was formed, test, test, and right now we're still screwing around at that region. So hold this level, which is a support, should be green. Okay, hold this green support hourly breaker, and we're obviously going to go higher. If we don't get this low first, I'll be taking significant profits right here. And then I'll be targeting down in this region. Okay. Now, obviously, the way to invalidate my theory that we're going to go down lower is essentially to start making some serious new highs and good market structure and things like that. But if you guys are not aware, I've transitioned my style entirely to a short-term time frame player. So basically, I'm just going to play these markets until eventually we do come down here. So, and then I'll probably start accumulating some, maybe down here. I'm not sure yet, but essentially, low time frame stuff until we actually get a serious retracement down a lot lower. So, yep, that's where I'm at right now. I think it makes sense. These longs still increasing is just insane to me. I'm trying to really fathom, and it just keeps increasing. So really, this to me is like the main reason why I have not been selling early, and I've been holding on to my bags, because this screams accumulation to me. So that's why I haven't sold anything, straight up. This chart right here is the reason why I haven't sold any. Bitcoin dominance is still holding up really nicely on the downside, right? So if you go over here to the Bitcoin dominance chart, you guys can see this level, all these little circles, this is a weekly resistance breaker that keeps acting as a serious resistance. And so altcoins are showing relative strength right now to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is obviously the king, right? We have to always respect it and watch that chart. But alts have a lot of opportunities right now that is shown by this chart. And until we do get back above here and keep trending like we were over here, altcoin plays are really where to be. And I made a cheat sheet over here to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking for. But as long as we're beneath this red level, alts are where I'm at. Okay. And I still think this is a healthy price action, and that you can still play alts. Now, if we start coming back up here, that's whenever the legitimate capitulation on the altcoins is going to happen. What you saw in Luna would happen with like altcoins, not just Luna, make it very clear. But that's the level of insanity that I think will happen if we do come up in this region. Now, over here, As you guys can see, nothing too crazy, just, basically following Bitcoin. But down here, that's where it gets interesting because we actually have some decoupling from Bitcoin over here. So essentially what's happening in the overall market is not exactly happening with all these different altcoins, right? And we can see that by, you can go over here and you can see like some of these alts are actually, their percentage gains and losses are not following Bitcoin exactly, right? The charts look very similar low time frame, or on the higher time frame, we're getting reactions that are a lot stronger than what you're seeing on Bitcoin. So essentially, whenever quant stamp is bouncing, it's bouncing more aggressively than Bitcoin, right? And you can see it across the board. So if we go over here to like Bitcoin, we're at 4% today. But as you can see, many of these altcoins are up double digits. Okay. And actually quite a few of them were actually up 20% earlier today, this morning. So, oh, here we go. This one is up 20%. Okay. So this is essentially the decoupling that we're looking for. And it's just something that is challenging right now. It really is. You got to just be careful and be patient. Like Shiba's up 20% today. That's crazy, right? Like they all rhyme. They all are making the same general patterns, but some of these altcoins are getting some really big movements, and that's basically what we're looking for, right? These big movements on these altcoins, how you're playing this market. Zill's up 20% or 13%, holding this level really well. Really surprised. I didn't expect it to hold this level so well. It's a weekly breaker. It makes sense, but like I just didn't really think that. Will Cardano go to 35 cents? I don't know. Let's see. Cardano? What? 35 cents? I mean, yeah, that's the place I'd be looking to pick up some. You have the weekly 200 moving average right here, though. I think, honestly, I would not expect it to get much lower than this. Has it touched yet on some exchanges? No, it hasn't. So Cardano, actually, I'd be very interested in it down here at 51 cents. That's the weekly 200 moving average. Very strong level. Anywhere in here, I think, is an accumulation level for Cardano. And essentially, I'd be... Oh, here's also the weekly breaker. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. We don't know. I hate to say it like that, but we really don't. Right? We got to be patient on that. I know right now I picked up some alchemy. The reason why, we're currently at this major weekly level. So that is a weekly breaker. This is the only weekly breaker on this entire downtrend from the all-time highs. And come back down here. It shot right through it. This is a bullish retest of this weekly breaker. This is a solid level that makes sense to actually act as a major support level. So good test, deep test so far. I'm really happy by it. We did get a strong bounce. Not as strong of a bounce as I want to see yet, but I think I'm still going to go ahead and leave it open just to see how it plays out. All right, let's see. Bitcoin still doing its thing. KNC, very risky play, but I think that my targets are pretty reasonable. So it held up really nicely yesterday overall. And it came over here and it's grabbed the 200 moving average. You guys are not, wow, can't talk today. This is the golden pocket retracement of the entire structure. So you guys can see I love golden pockets. Similar to what I'm expecting on Bitcoin, right? I told you guys golden pocket the entire structure. Very aggressive drop. But this is the region that you would expect to hold if you can remain some sort of bullish in the short term frame. So all I'm looking for are these levels, okay? Not new highs, but all I'm doing is just scalping up here. So 40% increase from here. So that's all I'm looking for here. Quant stamp. I'm looking to get out. I actually, this trade has been invalidated. I'm basically just looking to get out of the market. And that's what I'm doing with this one. VRA, I was really fine with it this morning, and now I'm starting to have a lot more reservations. So I don't like this interaction so far. So still looks decent, but I'm very cautious here on VRA. Very cautious. I don't know. I may cut it. I don't know. It's a rough one. That's a really tough play for me. I don't know if that's a good idea to keep open. The potential on Veracity is very high. I think the overall macro structure looks really good. But the micro is starting to give me a lot of reservation. So, um, yeah, I'm starting a lot of reservation on it. I don't know yet. I may go ahead and just cut it. Yeah, I may just go ahead and cut it. I think it's right. I think it's the right play. All right. What level is this? Oh, this is a logarithmic chart. Interesting. Huh. I don't know. It's stretching, I think. I think that's stretching. It's stretching, but we'll see what happens. And like, guys, the important thing about this market is like it's volatile. You're going to see some massive swings in all directions. But don't get too caught up in the low time frame craziness because it's crazy, right? Like this is gonna get nuts before it is over. And something else to show you guys. Look at what the bottoming structures look like on crypto markets. All right, like bottoming structures we're looking for right now. Okay, so this is the bottom over here. Does it look like a bottom? Not really. I mean, you did have a nice impulse here, but like it just basically ranged for a while, right? You guys can see that's a bottoming structure. Not pretty. Okay, over here. Does this look like a bottoming structure? Until it actually broke out, would you think this is a bottoming structure? No, I don't think you would at all, right? It doesn't look like a bottoming structure to me, right? Over here, does that look like a bottoming structure? It looks like a drawdown and a bear flag, and then it just broke up, right? And this is what happens in these markets. Like it's not clear. Now, sometimes you do get clear bottoming structures, very clear reversal patterns, but not always, right? So I wouldn't necessarily get too caught up in like, it doesn't look like a bottom. Well, a lot of these don't look like bottoms, right? Now, that was obviously a strong reversal candle. And maybe we may get something like that, right? That'd be pretty cool. Come down, solid drop, and then just a really, really strong reaction out of it, right? But yeah, a lot of these structures just don't look like bottoms, okay? But yeah, so I just be patient, guys. Like I just can't stress it enough. Be patient in this market. Um, it's pretty crazy. It is a crazy and dangerous world out there right now. Let's see. Go back over here. I may close this position out. How's it look on the low time frame? It's popping up to the upside a little bit. It's rounding up. Volume is strong volume there. Retracement. Golden pocket? Maybe. Actually, it might be. It is. Golden pocket retracement. Interesting. It's nice to see though. Golden pocket retracement's holding up so far. That's pretty cool though. I love seeing golden pockets work like that. Oh yeah, dude. Luna's just getting absolutely slaughtered right now. It's crazy. And I have a lot of attachment to well, no, wait. I don't have any attachment to Luna. Who am I kidding? I have a lot of attachment to Solana. Where's Luna at? Holy shit. I'd be interested in getting some Luna way down here. Wow, look at when I was trading it back there. Holy hell. This is old school. Wow. Look at this. Back when I was trading it over here, this is May this year. Holy hell. That's nuts. Made a lot of money off this coin, guys, but yeah, obviously it's not looking great now, obviously. All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete this, but isn't that crazy how well this crap works? So daily breaker, let's look at this. So daily 3-day point of breakdown, okay, fell down below it. Daily breaker was formed to come up here, tested it, rejected, retest, come back up, tap the 3-day point of breakdown. Once we reclaimed it, that's whenever you go hard, right? This is whenever I entered into big on Luna. and obviously it just took off. So we're trading it over here as well. No, that was not trading it. Wow. So yeah, we're at some very, very high levels right now. But let's go ahead and clear this chart and see if I can do some knife catches on this. I'm actually curious. Well, this level's very obvious. I think this would be a really good long-term pickup. Now, make it very clear though on this coin, there's no guarantees that it's going to be able to survive. Like, no kidding. It actually might go to zero. Legitimately. Like, I'm not even joking. It could actually go to 0-0. It has some serious fundamental issues right now that you really just can't ignore entirely. That's a good level as well. Let's go to a monthly. Okay, nothing too solid there. 3-day, not really. You have more precision location in there, but I'm not really that interested in it. Let's go 3-day. Don't care about that one. Daily 200 is probably way the hell up there. Yep, there it is. Wow, isn't that crazy? Lost the 200. It just completely collapsed. High volume. Very high volume on this. I'm not interested here. Let's look at the golden pocket retracement. I'm sure we're well below it. Yeah, well below it. Okay, 786 retracement. Now, so yeah, I the only place I'd be interested in trying to pick some up is down here and down here. So essentially like $10. So $13 to $17 and from $6 to $9. So if you wanted to grab some, super high risk play, but that's where I would be doing it. I'd be looking to enter at that position though. Oh man, that's rough. That is rough. Veracity. I need Veracity to really start doing something good here. This is my big one that I'm really having a lot of doubts in right now. Don't like that rejection at all. Hmm. Do. I think there's also a 3-day. Yeah, there it is. So this 3-day BTC pairing, you guys can see the retest of it. So that is obviously not great. It's a tough one, guys. I think I know the right play. Let's see, it's a 4-hour. 4-hour. Okay, so this 4-hour is still legit and it's still acting as support. Let's go ahead and change this. This is an hourly. Let's change it to a 4-hour. It's more significant. It's higher time frame. 4-hour, still bouncing off of it. You know what? Let me see something. I actually have I'm curious here. Yep, there you go. 618 retracement. Okay. I don't feel as bad anymore. VRA as well is a golden pocket retracement. Okay, I'm okay. I'm all right with this. Golden pocket retracement. They are bouncing off the right levels I'm looking for. I'm okay with these. I really feel shitty on the way that we are. So here's the issue I ran into. So the coins I'm trading are really low market cap, right? So coin market cap. So Veracity. So Veracity only has $46 million of market cap. Okay. Volume is low, market cap's low. It's a really low coin. All right. So if you try to sell as a stop loss on a Veracity, okay, you're going to have some serious slippage issues. So when I did try to sell my coins on the exchange, I realized I don't have any liquidity. I don't have any liquidity at all. So if I was to sell, I was going to get some really, really massive slippage on that exchange. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to hold it because the slippage was just so bad. So I went ahead and held that. Quant Stamp. Where's Quant Stamp at? Let's look at this one. QSP. 565. market cap $33 million. Same thing. Very serious slippage issues. Now, Coinbase actually wasn't that bad on QuantStamp, um, but it still wasn't great. Alchemy Pay, the invalidation was never hit. My invalidations is losing this weekly breaker. That's why I entered the trade. That one's still good. And KNC held up really nicely, so I didn't have any issues with that. But QuantStamp and VRA, I couldn't sell. No kidding. Like last night, I couldn't sell this when I was trying to sell it. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to hold on to it because, well, sort of screwed at this point. So basically, whenever you are in a position like this where you do have these real market cap coins and you are trying to sell, you can't sell in a downtrend. I'm telling you right now, you can't. You can't sell in a downtrend. You will not be able to because no one's buying your damn coins. All right. So instead, the only way to sell these coins on an uptrend. And that's why I have my positions where I do, because I'm trying to sell my quant stamp at these regions on an uptrend back up here aggressively, right? So just something to take notice of. Yeah, it just sucks, guys, and I got screwed here. But I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough liquidity on the exchange, and at this point where there is liquidity, I don't really know if I want to sell here because we don't have any confirmation that Bitcoin is going to drop any further. So that's essentially my issue I'm running into right now. A little bit strange. I'm very rarely in these sort of situations, but given all the volatility, I'm sort of stuck, and it sucks. So waiting for this thing to stabilize out and really start ranging, and then I can start trading appropriately again. So yeah, hope that makes sense. It's not great, but that's the situation that I'm in right now. Luna being eclipsed as we arrive in a horrendous lunar eclipse. Probably nothing. Great. I don't know what that means, but I'm terrified. Yep. SPX is actually it's holding up pretty well in this falling wedge we drew out. I have no clue if this is going to break out the way I'm hoping so. But or if it's even legit, right? Like you have this test down there, you have a test down there, test right here, test, test, test. So I think it's legitimate. And we're obviously coming to the very end of the the apex here. So I do want to see this bust to the upside. If we do bust to the upside, that'd be very positive for the entire crypto market, not just SPX or traditionals, because traditionals, or what do they call the legacy and crypto actually trade damn near identical at this point. So they're trading almost identically. So if you have a bad day in traditionals, you have a bad day in crypto, and vice versa. So that's why this morning I was like, oh my gosh, stocks market, the Dow Jones opened up, open 400 points up. Oh my gosh, maybe we're having a decoupling. Maybe it's going to drag the crypto market down or back up. No. That's what it is. I was worried Luna was never going to stop going up. Yeah, basically. Glad you unloaded though. That's good, CB. That really, it just gets rough, guys. Yeah. Interesting stuff though, guys. It really is. So that's what we're waiting on. We're really waiting on our answer should come breaking up from this or breaking down from this. That's essentially what I'm looking for. So this is an hourly breaker. Hourly breaker I'm looking at, break down from it. That's going to be we're going to go quite a bit lower. And obviously if we break up from this wedge, that's going to be really good. Will you sell when you notice the bounce come after a dip to low 20s? I don't. So here's the thing. I'm doing short-term trades only right now. So I'm in a position longer than I wanted to be due to liquidity issues. But I'll be selling all of my positions already have their sells in place, right? Like you guys can see, this is quant stamp sells, 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 sells. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Oh, there they are. I don't know why it went over there, but whatever. Quant stamp sells are all right here. You guys see that? Okay. That's how I'm playing these positions. So I already have my sells already pre-planned. And also understand I'm not targeting that extreme levels. Yeah, this one is actually no longer valid. No longer valid. So I'm targeting over here 154% as the top side, but even then, from my entry points, right? My entry points, I was only targeting 17%. So not massive movements, guys. I'm taking what the market gives me and nothing else. And whether or not that market's going to give me a lot, I have no clue until it starts actually progressing. So, but right now the markets as a whole look like garbage, but I would not be surprised for us to have a really strong reversal candle for a short-term reversal very soon. Okay. And I think that we're going to get that reversal candle if we can break out from this trend line. So that's what I'm looking at right now, guys. Right here. If we can just hold this level, get above here, break out from there, I think we're going to have a really strong reversal. Veracity is still holding. Don't like this anymore, guys. I just don't like this. I don't know. It's challenging. This is the one that I'm having the most doubts on. I've already given up my quant stamp. I'm looking to sell, but KNC looks good. ACH looks fine. I don't have any issue with those. But Veracity is really giving me a lot of hesitation right now. If we could force our way back in this range, that'd be amazing. Yeah, so basically right now, guys, we're just watching this. Break up from here. We can actually get some good stuff going on here. This is a 15-minute breaker. If we're going to reject, I'd expect a rejection at this region. And we just want to see this thing pop the upside. Let's look at the technicals on SPX. Oh, look. Oh, God. Guys, it might be happening. We might actually be getting a breakout on the falling wedge on SPX. Be really cool. We'll see. Longs are still incredibly high right now. Like, no shit. Historically, highest they've ever been high. So that's really interesting. Dow's actually popping pretty decently right now. Wonder what's going on. Yeah, well, we're popping up a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Theory. Doge is a better technical indicator on total market health than BTC. Thoughts? So interesting. I don't know. So first off, I'm not a fan of predicting timeframes. I think they're very, 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 very hard to predict. I don't know of anyone who can consistently predict timeframes well, except apparently for what is her name? Marin. She's the only one who can predict timeframes because she does astrological stuff, and it's pretty funny because it actually works out quite well occasionally. Like, look at this shit. It's just nuts. Full moon, new moon crap. Like, it's insane. But, like, I don't know. I don't believe in this thing, but man, you see these charts and how she predicts it. It's pretty incredible. So, I don't know. Besides that, I have never seen anyone be able to predict time with any sort of, like, relative success. Now, As far as the Dogecoin market, there are some really important levels that I'm looking at myself. And CB can tell you I hate Doge. I actually did really well. I actually bought Doge at 0.6 cents way back in the day, and I sold it on the uptrend, not the downtrend. I sold it on the uptrend at 12 cents, and I sold it 18 cents. So right here, I sold my Doge. So I bought it down here, I sold it up here, right? So I got like a lot of really good stuff on that. I made a lot of money on that particular trade, but obviously, if I would have held on longer, I'd have made a lot more. So is what it is. You said the 200 weekly. I love 200 weeklies. Keep talking dirty to me. I love those indicators. Where's this thing at? What chart are you using for the 200 weekly? Tether, KuCoin, Bitfinex? What about Bitstamp? Bitstamp? Yeah, what are you using for the 200 weekly? It's really hard to find one that's actually far back enough. Doge on Coinbase is fairly recently. Let's go to Bitfinex. Bet it's that. No. Wow, I was wrong. Doge. Bittrex. Oh, you know what? That does make sense, actually. Okay. You know what? That's actually really funny. That is very close to levels I have marked, right? Right here, 3-day bullish breaker retest. That's my level right there. I will add that on there, actually. That's a good idea. I agree. Good stuff. 7 cents. I will gladly take some Doge at 7 cents. Doge, 200 weekly moving average retest. Yeah. Uh-oh, we're breaking out. Bitcoin's also popping the upside too. Dow is also popping out. Oh my gosh, did a falling wedge on SPX actually work out for us and drag the whole market up? I don't know, maybe. All right, so we're basically at that 15-minute breaker right now. DXY is dropping down. Perfect. Curvature down is really good. Bitcoin dominance. What is the low time frame? It is actually volatility. It's not bad. I do expect if Bitcoin does break out of that trend line, I do expect the Bitcoin dominance to increase. Okay, because that would be a show of strength on the Bitcoin pairing specifically, right? Bitcoin USD. So I do expect to pop the upside on here. That being said, I do think it'd be a temporary increase. This is a strong bounce so far, guys. I'm starting to get a little bit FOMO-ish. I'm already in position. I'm not gonna add anything else. I have some capital on the sideline for if we do get a dip down to 29, but I'm not gonna add anything else here. SPX looks pretty strong at this point. So this falling trend line and SPX actually are giving us some pretty decent results here. Sorry, I don't mean to ignore your comment, Adam. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus on this though. Yeah, this is actually really nice. I do like this so far. So the hourly breaker held up well so far. 15-minute breaker is being tested right now. If we can close a 15-minute candle above there, it'd be really nice. Good volume so far. Let's go to other exchanges. Bitstamp. Ugh, I hate that exchange. Let's go to a good exchange with good volume. Let's go to Coinbase or Binance. Coinbase, US Tether. Binance, decent. Go to a 5-minute candle. Decent volume. We still have a minute and 12 to go. Coinbase, also decent volume. FTX, decent volume. Bitstamp, relatively decent volume. Relatively, it's not impressive. Bitfinex actually has a nice volume spike, and Bybit has a nice volume spike. I actually think we're about to have a breakout here, guys. I'm starting to really like this. I like this direction right now. And again, we don't know until we actually do the breakout. But all you can do is look at these little volume spikes and see if that's going to give you enough strength. And what are we doing? We're currently rejecting off of the 15-minute breaker. There we go. There we are. All right, so 15-minute breaker is acting as resistance right now. Oh, come on. Get up there, Bitcoin. All right. Quantstamp, Veracity, tested that trend line. Oh my God, tested it again. I need it to get above there. This is the one that's really irritating me. Everything else I'm totally fine with. KNC is doing okay. What is this trend line? Is this an hourly? 4 hour? What is this level? Daily? What is this? Why do you exist on here? I don't know what this is. I'm very confused. Was it like a misclick? Did I not mean to do it? It must be, because I don't know what the hell that is. All right, whatever. All right. Trend line, let's do it. Let's break above it. That would be really nice. Give us some oomph. And this should be a really nice, possibly explosive move. And remember, my targets are still, they have not changed. I'm still targeting. What the fuck is it? 36, 37K. Okay, that's where I want. I think we have the strength to get up there ultimately, right? But this region is my first target if we can bust up from here. But that would actually, this would be a really, really good recovery for me. And I could reassess, reevaluate, and all that stuff. And also, you know what the funny thing is? This chart, I have it on my active right now because this is actually really important. This is the Tether chart, or the Terra USD chart, because no matter what your opinions are on this whole situation, whether or not you're pro Luna, against Luna, or a pro Do Kwon, whatever the fuck his name is, right? The point is, this is unhealthy for the crypto environment, and you really need this to stabilize the hell out. So you need this to be stable. So I want to see this get back to 1, right? I want to see it get back up here and get repegged back to the market, because that would be healthy for the entire market. All right. Veracity, not bad. Not bad, not bad. We're right up here again. Decent volume. Volume on Bitfinex is also decent. ACH, decent. Bitcoin pairing is still holding well. Veracity BTC is going up. Good. I like that. 800. I want to see this thing pop the upside. It'd be great. FTX. Never use FTX. Not sure if that'd be a good idea or not. All right, this is Binance. Decent volume, but just not impressive. Nothing about this movement so far is impressive yet. Until we get the volume, I just, it's tough. What about the traditional markets? Let's look at DX. SPX is actually popping off really hard. Oh my gosh. Nice. That's a good pop so far. Dow as well. Okay. I'm not going to fade this, guys. I think we're actually going to pop the upside here. Yeah, I think we are. That's funny. Building Mart 2. That's funny. Yeah, make it very clear, guys. I am absolutely not saying the bear market is over. Absolutely not. All I'm saying is that these massive drops like this do have recovery bounces, or what they called reversion to the means, and this would be a really good reversion to the mean. This is basically what I'm looking for, and then ultimately here as well, right? So that's what I'm expecting, right? But and we have the setup, guys. This is a clean setup. Clean setup, right? Trend line right here. We're recovering these breakers. We're consolidating. We're holding things up. We have swept 30,000. Like, there's a lot of reasons as to why this probably, or this would be a pretty explosive movement. I think this does make a lot of sense. Traditional markets are also matching it, right? That's good as well. Yeah. I'm watching the market up here. Yeah, that's the other issue. The fact that like this whole Terra thing happened is really going to give a lot more validity to the regulators and congressmen and stuff. So it's not really a good thing. Yes. Yeah, I agree. We're on the same page. I love Murphy. SPX and Dow are looking fairly strong given the situation. We don't need much more, guys. We just need a little bit of a to get up here, but up here. Or right here. Bitcoin dominance is dropping slightly. Um, hmm. Interesting. God, what is up with these damn NFTs? I want to get rid of all this crap. I'm going to go on here and probably make NFT as. Or wait, let me do this. Can I just like unfollow this topic? I don't know. I really don't care about these giveaways. Never going to enter into it. So I really just don't want to follow it at all. All right. Either way, we're back. Still the same thing, guys. Looking for the volume to come in. That's the big indicator that this is actually going to be a breakout. We have some decent volume on some of these smaller exchanges, but like I want to see Binance and Coinbase have a good volume spikes. Let's go to a 5 minute again. Binance, decent, not great. Coinbase, decent, not great. FTX, minuscule. Bitstamp has decent volume, but I wouldn't even consider it a major exchange at this point. Bitfinex. Now let's game plan 3 steps ahead, right? Yeah, what we're going to do. 3 steps ahead. If we pump up, okay, and we start approaching up in these levels, what is the primary thing that I'm looking for when we get up there, right? Bearish divergences, volume profile, things of that nature. But also, I'm watching these suckers right here. Once this thing starts dipping, I'm going to get concerned that's when I'm going to start taking some serious profits. All right. Because once this dude, whoever the hell this guy is, starts unloading his bags, that's when it's time to unload my own. All right. Because he's the one who I'm really, really watching and focusing on, because it's weird. The way the market's been acting, the way that he's been accumulating all the way since basically down here, April 9th, last month. I've been accumulating for a month, right? Oops. I'm really curious to see when he starts actually unloading. You guys can see there's like no red candles whatsoever. You had some right there. There's just been a solid stream of just mass accumulation by this dude, right? So, and now it's even more aggressive in the last 24 hours. So once he starts selling off and closing these positions, that's when I'm closing my positions, right? That just makes sense to me. So DXY is still holding up. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. Oh, man, come on. Well, 15-minute breaker's doing its job. It's holding us down. We are this close. Down. Merge sloping. Trend line, and it is game on. Oh. SPX is still shooting upwards. Dow still shooting up. Dow and SPX are both showing have it up here. Last hour or so. Ugh! Whatever. Think about it. I don't really have much else to say. Yeah, we're just waiting, guys. DXY is actually decreasing. Well, I take that back, guys. I don't want to overanalyze this small movements. The line in the sand's drawn. That's really where we're at. God, this is nuts. Get above this purple line. Game time. Until we get above there. Patience. How's my other coins doing? Fuck. Veracity is rejecting off that trend line again for the 30th time. Oh, sucks. ACH, BTC. Okay. KNC is actually showing quite a bit of strength here. QSP is still just, holding on. Same level. Veracity. Yeah. Veracity's right here. God, come on. You guys can see, like, if we get above that trend line, this is easily going to pop the upside. And, like, we're right there. It's just, are we going to do it? The answer is, I don't know. Yeah, 15-minute breakers right there. It's good to see the breakers are still working well. Volume is still inconclusive. It's just waiting, guys. Like, that's all we're doing. We're just waiting until the breakout happens. Essentially, this is our low end of the range. This is the high end of the range. Once we bust above here, then we can accelerate upwards. And if we jump down there, we're going to go lower. Like that, that's it. That's all there is to it. Okay. Get above here, we go up. Get below here, we go down. And until we actually choose a direction, we're just stuck. Right? Fortunately, I think the direction is going to be chosen pretty damn soon. And the longs keep marching along, keep increasing. That's crazy. That's BlackRock. What's that? This? Are the miners? I have no clue, dude. I don't know. I don't know who that is. No clue. Um, all I do is just look at the charts, man. We don't have any decisiveness either direction at this point. We're just chilling. God, it's nuts. So irritating. This needs to get up. If this was no kidding, 2% higher, I'd be incredibly bullish on this right now. But right now, I have to be like solidly neutral at this point. Technicals are still holding up. SPX still increasing. Dow Jones still increasing. A lot of resiliency. I'm really surprised by that, honestly. Gap fill happened yesterday. That was pretty neat, I guess. So if you go over here, you can see how this was a gap. We sort of filled it. Now we absolutely filled it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So this has been filled. And now the next gap is where? Right here. So it makes sense to come back up here, fill that gap, and then go back down. Which, if you remember correctly, 34,000 to 35,000 is my first target if we get this movement up, right? And it's all coming together. Isn't that crazy? That's what we're looking for, guys. Like, fill that gap, continuation back down. I haven't done a gap analysis in a very long time. It's just, yeah. God, this is nuts. Another 5% increase today in longs. Absolutely nuts. We're just waiting. Okay, low time frame. 5-minute time frame analysis. Well, volume strong on the increase, low on the decrease. Looks corrective in nature, right? Makes sense to me. Bitcoin dominance still stagnant. I think I want to see it increase. I think that's what we need to see. I keep thinking this is Bitcoin. It's not. Let's go over to the USD pairings. Let's see if we get any more volume on any of our other exchanges. This would be a really nice look at other coins as well. They're really nice to see an increase in volume. Coinbase, Low time frame actually is pretty decent here. High volume on the increase, low volume on the decrease. Over here, high volume increase, low volume decrease. Doesn't look very rejective right now. It looks pretty decent, honestly. Yeah, high volume increase, low volume decrease. I think all in all, I think it looks pretty damn healthy at this point. Just consolidation until it actually breaks out. FTX, decent. Still looks decent. Yeah, guys. Just waiting. Like, we're just waiting. This is it. This is what we're looking for right here, though. Break above there. Very bullish until we do it. Patience is key. Ugh, that's the worst part. What? Hope I didn't. Hope this is okay to open on stream. Well, here, I'll just do it on my phone. I don't know what it is. Yeah, sec. Oh, okay, cool. No. No, I don't. I don't know what that is, honestly. Don't even know what that is, bro. I've never messed with bots in my life. Um, I don't really like giving control of how I trade to anything but myself. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly paranoid, but I just don't like anyone else having control over my coins. So, basically, how I feel about that. Nuts. Nuts. Gosh. This level is so freaking important. Where are you going? Get back up there. Come on, man. Come on, man. When you zoom in too close, these movements get really scary. Gotta zoom out a little bit. Yep. We have no decisiveness either direction right now, though, guys. It's just basically chilling. How's US Terra holding up? Isn't it crazy how Terra is actually like mimicking the market? As the peg is closer to 1, the market's getting more bullish. This sucks. Oh shit. I need to pull the comments back up. My bad. All right, there we go. All right, comments back up. My bad. What do you guys think? We're going to go up or down? You guys see the lines in the sand. What do you guys think? Are we going to break above this trend line at 31.8 or like 31.9? Or are we going to go down and basically revisit the lows? I think this basically where we're at right now. If we don't bust above here, we're going to come back down here, which I don't think it's going to hold, in which case we're going to go back down a lot lower. What do you think? Are we going to bust up above the trend line, or are we going to keep going back down? This is my sells are right here. Come on. Sell some of my quant stamp so I have more coins or some more fiat to purchase on a dip, or put my money in more high conviction trades. Because right now, quant stamp is not my high conviction trade. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Come on. SPX is still going up. Dow is still going up. This still looks good. DXY is still decreasing. That's a good sign on the low time frame. Low time frame, this the traditionals are looking really good. Look at how total 3 is a lot higher than the total chart. And that shows you the relative strength of the market is going into altcoins. So altcoins are getting the relative strength of the market. If you're an altcoin trader like me, that's a good thing. Yeah, I like seeing strength in the market. It gives me more conviction on my longs and purchases. So, God, we're just stuck here. What's up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, this is also interesting as well. It's uncanny how well the alts have held up. It's not usual. It's really not. Let's go. Let's go. Get above here. That's what I want to see. What the fuck is up with this market today? Less like this. It's about investing. I don't know. No, it's not. I'm trying to adjust my deal so I get these damn what do they call it? Giveaways off my timeline. I'm so sick of this crap. V bottom. I mean, yeah, that's basically what I'm looking for in some capacity. I don't necessarily think we're going to go up higher like that, but it makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Descending channel, rising wedge, V bottom. Well, we sure as hell don't have a V bottom yet. Give me a strong V bottom with some sort of continuation or some sort of like bullish market structure, and then we'll talk. But right now, no, not at all. It's not great. Where's the volume at? Binance, low volume on the drop. Coinbase, low volume on the drop. This doesn't really look that strong of a downtrend yet. Same thing there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's ugly. BLX. Let's get rid of this. We can hold longer than they can FUD. That's a stupid ass comment. Yeah, guys, like we're just waiting on some volume. We want to break out here. So if you're just joining, just to make sure we're all on the same page, this trend line has been falling for since 40,000 right up here. You guys see that? If you go to low time frame, the trend line is really clean. So we can follow it around. You guys can see the trend line, how it is. Stop right there. test, 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 right? Test, test, possibly third test, okay? So this trend line is very significant. Now, the other levels I have listed out here, we have an hourly breaker right here. That's significant. I can actually move this up here. That's a new breaker. So this one also should act as a support level. I would probably even put that as my line in the sand. Yes. This is the level I'm looking at now. So we are stuck between these two ranges, okay? This is an hour breaker here. This is a 15-minute breaker here, okay? Falling trend line. Break above the falling trend line, and I would be very bullish for the short term. Fall beneath here, I'll be looking at this level down here. Where's everything else at? Oh, there you go. Golden pocket sweep. Those are what I'm looking for. So I think it's that significant. Break above here, and I think we're going to get a really nice bounce, probably to this region up here, 34 to 35,000. Really what I'm targeting. And if we fall beneath here, we'll be coming down here, sweeping down here, and then we'll be going up here to there, possibly here. But ultimately, I do think that we are going to reach down in here. But you know what? We'll see. Are we 100% sure in a long-term bear market? I feel like we can recover in a month or so. I mean, could we? Sure. Am I banking on it? Absolutely not. My thoughts are, I mean, I've laid out my thoughts, man. Like this does not look healthy, right? So because it doesn't look healthy, I don't really think that it makes a lot of sense to try to assume that we're going to go into a bull market, right? This right here is a recovery bounce, and I think that'd be a pretty damn good recovery bounce, right? All I'm going to be doing is doing my range trades, and that's essentially it. Now, I'm not going to be looking for anything higher than this until we actually consolidate above there. But until we do, nope. I'm looking at my low time frame scalps, and that's it. Good news is that on these scalps, we do have a lot of percentage gains that we can make. Altcoins do move more aggressively than Bitcoin, and we can actually get some really good discounts on a lot of our altcoins during a lot of this volatility. So we can do really well. Now, what I messed up on is two of the coins I'm in right now have very limited amount of very limited amount of liquidity. So it's very hard to sell. So when I tried to sell them yesterday, that wasn't going to happen. So I had to hold on during this movement. And basically on these particular coins, in order to get the liquidity you need, as it's rising, you take profit along the way. And that's how I'm playing this. So I think I went for two. I think I played two. The coins that I went for were too low a market cap to actually have the liquidity for me to get on and off the exchange with it. And that was the biggest issue. So put myself in a shitty position. Yeah, sucks. But that's what it is. What? Oh, that was last year. Interesting. It's crazy. This is just nuts, man. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, major bags actually have enough liquidity on Coinbase RT well. It's not even that, man. It's not even that they're major bags. It's just the fact that there was no liquidity during those drops. Like I was watching it, there was nothing. And I was like, well, if I do try to unload these positions, I'm going to be selling at like 5% discounts. And is that what I want to do? I think the answer is a clear, absolutely hell no, right? And we haven't had a retracement bounce big enough to where I think it makes enough sense to really try to actually exit the market. So that's why I have my bags position where they are right now. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I guess I sort of miscalculated how aggressive that drop was going to be and how it just wiped off all liquidity in the exchanges, etc. So Yeah. I'm not that big of a whale, but I'm about to be if we break up from here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still a nobody. I do like this though. Our levels are clear, man. Our levels are clear. I'm really gonna be happy if we get above this level. Don't like this, but if this breaks up, which I think we're going to, that will give us the strength to bust above here as well. So I'm really banking on right here. I think we're going to. The reason why, because the volume profile looks like this was impulsive and this was corrective. The volume looked corrective on this, and that's mainly why. And also, just given like the overall macro stance of the entire market, we are due for a bounce. And this is also, it's uncanny to me that we've rejected 3 times off of this trend line at this level. So, we'll see. That's funny. And my wife found out how much we lost yesterday. She was not pleased. Yeah. Is what it is. All right. Chili's GRT Mana Link. Actually, I'm going to go back over here because we are having some sort of movement. That's a harsh rejection. What the hell? Ugh, gross. Yeah. Let's go. Where's the volume? No volume. No volume. Still early. I'm about to do something stupid. I'm going to do it anyway. 1 minute. There is some volume on this last little drop right here. It's a little bit concerning. There is some volume, but it's not as high as over here, though. And this is on Binance, Coinbase. Relatively low. Actually, this is still pretty low volume. Still is corrective in nature. Yeah. As you can see, we do have a downward sloping right here on the volume and downward sloping on the price. So this does still seem corrective in my opinion. Let's go to the 5 minutes. I feel dirty looking on that low time frame, but I think it's pretty significant. And this right here is a hourly breaker. Yeah, hourly. So come back down, retesting, bouncing up is also a good possibility as well. But this does still seem corrective, I think. Confidence is not as high as it was, though. You could also consider this to be a point of breakdown. So point of breakdown, come back up, come back over, test, up. Right? So you guys see how this solid resistance, resistance. So come back up, resistance, resistance, come back up, test, up. Also possible. But again, 5 minute. I hate trading on such low time frames, but like we're sort of just stuck right now, guys. I've talked about high time frames, talked about the individual bags we're playing. So yeah, I think that's where we're at right now. And the movements here can be very, very aggressive. And we're expecting some really massive movements, but it's going to start on these low time frame movements. So where we're at. God, I feel dirty. Wow, strong bounce so far. Remember, means nothing. Here, here. That's it. That's all I care about. Blue, the purple trend line, this breaker. That's all I care about. That is it. Nothing else matters, in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna go grab. I'm gonna let my dogs outside. Ooh, come on. I'm gonna let my dogs outside, and I'll be right back. I'm also gonna grab my laptop. So market, you want to go up? Cool. Just don't drop. That's all I ask right now. Let me turn my comments on. Oh shit. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, market. I'm back. You can keep going up now. I'm cool with it. Okay. I'm back. We can continue the moon mission. I said the moon mission. All we're doing, we're just getting back to the third floor. But yeah, I think we have a really good chance of doing something good here. That's a lot of volume on Bitstamp. What is this? This is really strong reaction off this point of breakdown. It's actually really funny. Strong volume. It was I would call that a bullish hammer candle. Looks good so far. You guys can see we are that close. That rising or that falling trend line on the red is basically the same level as you have on this one. So yeah. Come on, baby. Quant stand VRA. VRA struggling a little bit. KNC is struggling a little bit. I think if we get a pump up, it's going to really, really boost the whole market. Not too concerned yet. Strong bullish hammers. Longs keep increasing. That's good. Dow is dropping a bit. So is SPX. DXY is showing some strength here. Not great. What the chart you'd be on? I'm just gonna stick around this area, I think. Let's go to Twitter. Is there anything news going on? Anything? Any catalyst? Good. Range established. Above the midline. Yeah, I like it. Good. Oh, let's see. Let's go over here. I have my technicals on my laptop, and I have my active holdings on here. So, no, wait. I have my active holdings on my laptop. There we go. That's what I want to do. All right, perfect. So now I have a pretty good oversight of everything now. Tether is still holding, or not Tether, Terra is still holding up pretty well, which is good because we want to see this have some strength, right? This being weak in the market and not being pegged is actually really bearish for the entire market. Like, it's not good to have this supposed stable coin in a really bad spot. So it's not healthy. We need to see this thing hold up. It's getting closer and closer to that $1 region, but obviously we still have some work to do. Isn't that crazy? Just nuts, guys. What is my most important one? I think VRA right now. Veracity is probably the most important one to have up on my laptop. It's the one I'm most uncomfortable with right now. Still just consolidating. What about this level? This 15-minute level? Is this significant? I think it might be. All right, let's look at this. So if we go in close, breaker formed, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, right? I think it is. I think it's fairly significant. Right? Resistance, support, support, resistance, support. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Oh, man. I don't want to see this crap like this. Not interested in this tweet. Not interested in this tweet. I want to get rid of all this garbage. I don't care about any of these damn NFTs. CPI number will be important tomorrow to pump it up? Possibly. Generally, we already like the charts generally already tell us what to do before that's going to happen. So, um, yeah, I don't really focus my I don't focus on the news and fundamentals part, which I think that would fall under either one of them. So instead, all I'm worried about is just what this says. And like we have the range is clearly established. Oops. So that's all I'm looking at. 5-minute chart. It's a little weak, but not bad. Ugh. Just stuck right now, guys. We're about to get a lot of action, though. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're about to get a lot of action. It's just, when is it actually going to break? It's purple level. This is the most important level in this chart right now. This is a 15-minute breaker, right? So, relatively significant. This is an hourly breaker. This is my final level. If we lose this level, well, yeah, I think it's probably fair. If we lose this level, we're going to go down to 30,000s, like make new low essentially. Break above here, I think my target is going to be close to around 35. So breaking above here will be a very strong impulsive movement, I believe, for the entire market, not just Bitcoin. So yeah. All right, I got you. Give me a sec. I don't know if you want me to say. I don't know if you want me to look at your stuff. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Got it, man. I don't know. I'll look at it later. We're on the same page. I like seeing that. Yeah. Um. Yeah, guys, it's that significant. We are right here at this major crossroad, essentially. Don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know. What are my thoughts on Luna? My thoughts on Luna are pretty clear. The whole situation sucks, but I don't really focus on that. I focus on the charts, and the charts are telling me that I want to buy some down here. Weekly, I think. Yeah. Weekly breaker down here, really good buy. Down here is another weekly breaker, really good buy. Now, if I was to get those, what I'd be targeting from here, there. 100% increase from there. There you go. That's what I want. Nothing else. I don't care about anything else. Now, understand, though, this absolutely could go to no shit zero. And then if I was to buy here, I'd be targeting right here. 59% increase. Cool. Buy there, target here. Or buy there, target here. There you go. That's it. I don't care about literally any other bit of it. Yep. The chart looks like absolute horribly garbage, and I would not want to be in this for a long-term trade. No accumulation, that's for damn sure. But for a short scalp, yeah, why not? What's up? What's up with you, Wagner? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Luna could absolutely go to zero, though. Like, I'm not even joking. It really, really could. So be very, very careful on that, because it doesn't look good. Like, straight up, does not look good. It does not look healthy, like, at all. You don't have to know the fundamental issues with it to look at the chart and say, hey, this does not look healthy. Looks like, okay, SPX is struggling a little bit. We broke out of this falling wedge. Now it looks like we're retesting possibly, right? DXY or Dow Jones, we held this rising trend or falling trend line. Now it looks like we're falling back in to retest it. That's what's dragging the market down a little bit on here. Nothing serious, but a little bit. What's up? Not much, Wagner. Yep, we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? We're going to bust up, or are we going to go up or down from here? Are we going to break above this trend line, or are we going to go down and retest down in this region? First, right? First. Ugh. I think the obvious play is we will eventually see down below here. I think that's the obvious play. I'd be very surprised if this doesn't get swept, but are we going to break above here and get a pretty decent movement, or are we going to just come down here first? That's my question, I guess. What are your thoughts? Let's go, chat. What do you guys think? Bust up or down from this level right here? I think if Terra go $1, Luna will pop. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree on that. I think if Luna does go to $1, or if Terra does go to $1, Luna will pump. I 100% agree. So, but that being said, I think that if Terra got to $1, the whole market would pump, not just Luna. The whole market, and that's what I'm sort of banking on right now. What? Oh, that was a couple days ago. Okay. Oh, come on. Pick a damn direction. And pick the direction that I want. All right, Pickle Rick says you want it down. They really want to see 28. It's tough, man. I think 28 will happen eventually. But I think the most money is to be made on a move from here up to here. I think this is where the most liquidity lies, right? And liquidity is how you make the money. So coming up here, tapping this liquidity, and then dropping down would wreck everyone, right? And you could really take advantage of it. 24 gaps, $24,000 CME gap. Yes, I think that's also very possible, but not right now. I do see this 24,000, and I have it marked right there. You see, like I'm watching the same thing. This level being filled, I think, is very probable, right? Eventually. Just don't think right now. Don't get me wrong, it's possible. It's possible. But I don't think it's probable. I think the most money for the whales to be made right now is up here, close a lot of these shorts you got, crash it down here, fill the rest of your bags, and then go up again. That is like, I think that's the most likely scenario. I really do. As I think there's a lot of downward pressure right now. This is a lot of downward pressure, but this bounce would just completely wipe out everybody. Be great. That's exactly what I want to see, and I think it'd be absolutely just disgusting if we get that, right? And if we do fill that the gap down there, it better be a strong reaction. Better be. So if it's not, that's going to be a very bad sign for the market. All right, let's see what's going on. 5-minute time frame, still just struggling around. We're just consolidating. And I still haven't got the haircut. I was supposed to do it yesterday. Obviously, markets happened. So, yep, don't want to see this. Oh wait, this is credible crypto. I'm okay with that. I don't want them to stop showing me credible stuff. Why, thank you, Binance. Yep. Another breaker is formed? Son of a bitch. Yeah. New breaker, guys. Fuck. Just keeps getting closer. Look at our range right now. It's so small. We only have a $150 range right now. It's tight. It's tight, tight, tight. I don't think that's legitimate because we already closed the 5-minute candle above it. The 15, it's legit. Crazy. Crazy volatility. SPX is struggling. Shit. Oh, I'm on a low time frame. Yep. Dow struggling a little bit. Bitcoin dominance is increasing. I told you guys we wanted to see this. That's what we want to see. We want to see Bitcoin take the strength out because it's the easier one to play if we do break up. Longs keep increasing. Shorts are still low. DXY is not looking good. We need Dow and we need SPX to stay relatively flat or up. We can't have these massive like dips like this. I say massive, like it's very low time frame, but like when we're zoomed in on a 5-minute chart, that's pretty important. This is crazy. Ugh. Ugh. See how closely related these three charts are? Dow, Bitcoin, and SPX. Right? Oh, this looks pretty good, right? 15-minute, but like that's it, because of the fundamental issues, Adam. Like Terra and Luna are way too closely connected, and Terra being depegged and everything else, like it's they really put themselves in a shitty spot. I was looking at a thread on it, but it's not good. It's really not good. It's a good show of strength right now, though. We are above that 15-minute breaker. We haven't closed above it, but it is above it. It's a good start. Um, oh my gosh. Volatility. Let's go. Pick it up. Let's push up. Let's push up. Let's push up. I mean, yeah, it is. Like there's definitely a lot of alts do that in a bear market, but specifically in this situation, it's even more so. It's a really bearish situation for Luna. Like it's bad. And you guys know I'm not a fundamental or a news guy, but like it's really fucked. All right. There you go. Sorry, my phone fell, so I lost the comments and stuff. It's not good. I mean, it's okay. Here's the deal. here's the deal, Adam. It will either recover and be worth a lot more, or it will go to zero. There are essentially no in-betweens. Okay? Like, it's huge. So who in this chat was around for the Mount Gox situation? Mount Gox, okay? Mount Gox, or if you even know what the Mount Gox situation is, okay? Mount Gox. Yeah, it's a big ore. It is a huge ore, right? Mount Gox. If you know what that is or were impacted by it, or like, just let me know if you guys are aware of what that is. All right, because that's actually a really, I think it's a pretty solid comparison, honestly. Okay, you do? All right, Wagner does. That's good. So the Mount Gox situation, I think, is the closest thing that I can think of, and like that closely resembles this particular situation. They still own you some. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, it's fucked. Have you seen Mark Knarpel's release a freaking NFT? Fucking asshole. What an asshole. He said if you have an account on Mount Gox, he would give you an NFT. What a great charity, right? But of course, he still made you mine it and all that crap. It was, or he still made you pay for gas fees and stuff. But that's how you did it. Yep. Bad situation. It was so shitty, right? But here's the thing, right? So like on Mount Gox, after that whole situation happened, you could actually still buy crypto on Mount Gox, and you got one hell of a discount. And it was one of those things to where if eventually they got to where it was a stable, it became stable enough and yada yada yada, that you would be able to sell that for a lot better, or a lot higher prices, right? You could sell it at a lot higher prices than what it was, right? But you had to basically wait on a queue, right? A queue to actually get your coins out, and it took a like you had to wait on a queue, and there was red flags literally everywhere. But like, no kidding, it was going to be you're either going to get a really, really good discount on this, or you're going to go to zero. And unfortunately, for most people, it went to zero. It did. Like I don't know, and I don't mean to bring up harsh, bad terms, and open up bad bad memories for you, Wagner. But like, I'm sure you're probably one of those people who got absolutely fucked by him, right? And it sucks, but that's what happened essentially. So people who bet on Bitcoin and other assets on that exchange, they were able to get it for a massive discount, but everyone who bet on it went to zero. So, sucks. I don't feel nearly as bad for the people who bet on it after the exchange already went to shit, but the people who just were trading on that exchange because that's what they were doing, that sucks. Yeah, I can hear you, Zach. Do I still believe in the retrace of 702? No, I don't. Okay, I'm playing it level by level. I will take it as it comes. And this looks pretty shitty now. So now Dow is collapsing slightly, right? We can see we had a pump, we had a drop. On SPX, pump and a drop. Bitcoin, pump and a drop. You guys see how this works? These charts go damn near identical. It's insane. So if you are bullish on, yeah. Ah, sweet. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm probably one of the few that's actually live streaming because the markets suck and they're scared to death on being up here. But whatever. Live streaming crypto is always easy whenever the markets are going up, but whenever they're not, it's terrifying. You feel Luna will move up? I mean, best of luck, bro. Hope the best for you, but I don't trade off emotions. I trade off of charts. The charts look really shitty. My initial targets. Okay, let me rephrase this. When you say retracement, what toward a retracement? Because I'm looking for a short-term retracement, and my short-term immediate retracement is up here. 34 to 35,000 is my short-term retracement level. Okay. If we get above there, I'm looking for this level, 36, 36.7 essentially, up to around 38.3, right? If we get above there, then we'll talk about different levels, but I don't even care about those levels. All I care about right now is this, because these levels are so insurmountably massive that I don't think we're going to get any higher than this. And if we do, then we'll reassess when we get up there. But this is ultimately my expectation at this point. Pop up, come back down, tap the golden pocket region, and then go back up. And then we'll talk about maybe higher prices and stuff like that. But ultimately, quick, breakout here, hopefully, right? Tap these levels where I have a ton of bids placed. Come back down here, load up, and then we'll, go higher or whatever, right? But ultimately, guys, the 53 to 55,000 level, probably out of the question, at least right now, until we get better price action that shows that we're going to go higher. It's not really out of the question, but it's not my initial targets, right? I'm not playing macro anymore. I'm playing micro. So essentially, I only have 4 positions open. I only have 4 coins right now: Veracity, QuantStamp, KNC, and ACH. That's it, right? I'm only looking at these 4 coins, and I already have targets placed for all 4 of them. And as I reach that target, then I will look for other ones, right? And that's it. Showing relative strength here. 15-minute breaker's holding up pretty nicely right now. This is actually reclaimed as a support level now. Okay, guys, it's working its way up. Damn, we are that close, y'all. So this was support originally in the beginning of the stream. We reclaimed this level, became a support. Now we have this as support, and we're still beating upon this level. 15-minute breaker. And if we get above here, I expect a pretty aggressive movement, because this is the downtrend from 40,000, right? Yep. Yeah, no worries, man. If we turn this to a resistance, right, we're going to be visiting back down here. Right? And we're just basically ranging right now, guys. Until we really break above here or break below here, it's still just basically playing these little small ranges. But that's where I'm at right now. And then the other huge issue right now is this sucker, right? The Tether Chart is actually really important, and I really do want this to get as close to 0 as possible. I said 0 and I meant 1. My bad on that. Huge difference. I want this to be as close to 1 as possible, not 0, 1. Closer to 1 we are, the better, because that means it's getting repegged back to the dollar. Because right now there is this massive issue. Yeah. This is crazy. It's definitely a very intense situation right now, guys. This is it. No kidding. I think this is that significant. So then if we break above here, like I told you guys, my initial targets are right in this area. I think this is where we're going to be shooting up to. 10% movement sounds aggressive, but if you zoom out, is it really that aggressive? Really, it's not. It's not unrealistic, I don't think. And also, I've shown you many, many, many examples of retracement bounces getting up to these regions really pretty commonly. So, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if you guys are here, go ahead and like and subscribe if you like the content. If you don't like it, I get it. I ain't mad. My mic is quiet on my end. Let me check my OBS. It's a little bit quiet. Let me see if I can turn up just a little bit. Test 1, 2. Still quiet. Interesting. I think you're right though. I think it is a little quiet. Look on OBS. It's not horribly quiet, but it's definitely a little bit quieter than it should be. I don't have a solid answer. TRX. What's up with TRX right now? I'll do it on my other computer real quick. See what's going on. TRX. I know Tron actually handled the movement really well. 11% up today. It's not bad. I don't think it's that significant. Ape's having a strong day today. Strong recovery. I mean, it had a really, really, really bad day yesterday. Cardano is actually pretty decent today as well. ACH isn't bouncing as aggressively as I was hoping for. Not happy about that. Let's see. What else? Sort of just chilling, guys. Let's see. 12 likes. Not bad. I'll take that. Appreciate the likes, guys. All right. It's definitely not looking as good as it was a few minutes ago. Let's go to the technicals. How's Dow doing? Dow's actually holding up pretty well here. It's not great, but it's holding up pretty well. SPX, the same thing. If you remember, if we zoom out, you can see where this came from. This is a falling wedge, broke out of. We're sort of consolidating right now. And then Dow Jones has this trend line that we're still holding. So we bounced off the trend line on there, and we've also bounced up out of this falling wedge on SPX. I don't expect much here, like at all. I really don't. But I do expect enough of a push to get us out of this consolidation range so we can break out of here. And that's really what I'm looking for. I just want to break out of here. That's what I really want to see. And 4 minutes, we close this candle 3 minutes now. And I really don't want to see us close back beneath here. That'd be a pretty bearish move, I think. DXY is pushing upwards. Long still increasing. Of course they are. It's just nuts. This chart makes no sense. Let me go back to my active holdings. Quant stamp still holding pretty well. VRA is still holding pretty well. It's still rejecting off our key level. So, where are we at? Active, back over here. KNC struggling right now. I'm not happy about this. VRA is rejecting off of our major trend line. Again, not happy about that either. ACH is consolidating, I guess. It's not really impulsive, it's just consolidating. The BTC pairing is still inside this major level. So like I'm not really concerned about this on the macro. But the micro doesn't look impressive. And like here, incredible macro. Micro looks rough. This one is really interesting. And I think it's really concerning to me because the macro reasons why we're in here is actually not holding it very well. So I want to see it get back into here. Our validation is clean, right? If Bitcoin gets a push into here, which I think is likely, then we're going to be in a really good spot. So like I'm not that concerned yet. But I am. Anybody trading this Magnus? I am. I mean, I hate to say it, but I am. These are my sells for this particular position right here. I'm taking these at a loss. These are actually a loss plays for yesterday. I'm going to take probably like let's see, my entry was around 55. Damn, that's like a 20% loss. Well, sucks to suck, right? I'm taking like a big loss here, and I'm trying to get out break even here. So there we go. Taking like a 10% total loss here. That being said, on the other positions, I'm actually looking to do really well because my entries are here. Yeah, this is my entry. Okay. So exit, 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 exit. Okay, so I do have some pretty aggressive movement here that I'm looking to trade and get rid of. KNC, not that big of a movement, but I think these are all possible. I think it's like a 40% increase here. ACH, I have quite a few targets up here. 30%, 30%, 40%. I'm still pretty confident in this trade. It's just taking a while to play out. And again, like I mentioned, if Bitcoin breaks out from this consolidation cluster to the upside, I think I'm going to reach a lot of my targets on Veracity, KNC, and ACH. QuantStamp, I just want out of it. I want out of this trade. And the only way I'm going to get the liquidity I need is by selling while going up. And that's why I have my positions right down here. It's too low of a market cap coin to do a market sell. So I'm sort of just basically waiting until the market moves to my location. Oh, we got a close. We got a 15-minute close and an hourly close. How was the hourly close? Hourly close looks really good, actually. That's a pretty damn strong candle. Good candle. I like that. Not great, but good. I'm okay with that close. Now, the 15-minute candle does not look as good, obviously. I don't like how we close beneath here, but this is now a resistance again. Neat. So resistance, resistance, support, support. Yep. Oh, shit. QuantStamp is not having a good time right now. Veracity is still holding up fine. It's still pushing against this level. ACH is consolidating. Nothing too big. QuantStamp needs to push up, though. So whenever I only have 4 trades open, generally I only like having 3 trades open. This is a unique situation. I don't like it, but I think it made sense for the time. I like having 3 trades open at a time, and I do high conviction trades, short-term scalps. So essentially, all I'm trading right now, QSP, I'm just trying to get out of the trade, right? So what I'm trading right now is ACH, KNC, and VRA. That's it. So Veracity, Alchemy Pay, and Kinetic Cyber Network, I think. That's what it's called. But that's it. So, thanks, CB. I appreciate you, man. You're my boy. I agree. Isn't this just crazy, guys? I don't understand this. More Bitfinex longs right now than there was ever before. And the last time it was this high was the low over here. God, it's nuts. This is why I'm just really conflicted right now. You met Palmer once? Who is that? Sorry, I'm confused. I don't know. You know, this is actually what I'm looking for. And I don't trade head and shoulders. But remember what I showed you guys? All right, let's go back over here. It's actually really funny you posted that. That makes me really happy. Okay, see this? Look at that. Come back over here. Down, up, down, up. Like this is not intentional. I didn't know his name was Palmer. All right. The only way that I've actually known his name was Billy Mart 2. That's really all I know. Shibitoshi Nakamoto, right? Billy Mart 2 is the only one that I don't really know his name. All I know is that, that's his Twitter name. So I don't really follow him. I don't really follow. I follow his Twitter account, but I don't really know much about him or yada yada yada. Now I do know how he made Dogecoin. I think it's really interesting, but I think it'd really blow your mind how experienced I am with trading crypto with actually not knowing a lot about crypto, if that makes sense. So I trade a ton of it, and I have for many years. But as far as actually knowing what's going on, it's really interesting. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing right now, guys. I don't like this rejection. I don't like... still consolidation. I just need to be patient, guys. Is US Tether dropping? Slightly. Or not Tether. Terra is dropping a little bit. This is such a weird situation, and I hate it. I freaking hate it, guys. I really do think that in order for us to, like, work our way out of this in a relatively decent amount of time, Terra needs to be stable. Right now, it's dropped pretty aggressively in the last 15 minutes. It looks like sort of like a capitulative move on the very low time frame, or like start of a downtrend. And I don't think that's good for the market. Did what's his face come out with something? Do Kwon? I know he was looking at posting something. Okay, again, delete, don't want you. Not interested. Another one, not interested. I hate these damn things. FRR moving. What the fuck is FRR? Never even heard of it in my life. FRR. KuCoin. I have KuCoin. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. It's moving all right. Nope. Why? Let's see. Let's see if we can figure out the reasoning as to why it's bouncing. 3-day, weekly, maybe? Nope. No clue. No clue. I was trying to find something and I don't really have anything. So there's this right there, maybe? Nope. Don't know. Interesting, guys. But yeah, it's definitely moving. Do I want to pick some up? Nope. And this is the other issue, right? I don't really have much capital on the sidelines to pick up trades right now. So I do need to sell out my quant stamp. I want to get out of that trade. But like as you guys can see, like coins like this are going to be moving sporadically. They're just gonna move, and like the coins I'm in right now, I think have a high chance of being those coins, which is why I'm still sticking in them. Terra is sort of bouncing, not that aggressively. We do need to see Terra bounce aggressively. I want to see it back up to $1. Again, don't care about this. Unfollow ADA cryptocurrency. You know what? Yes, I do want to unfollow ADA cryptocurrency. Don't really care about it. God, I've been on for 2.5 hours? Oh my God. What? 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 It was an impromptu stream too. I didn't have any intention of actually doing it. All right, so Terra right here. You guys can see this, right? So Terra, as it dips, the rest of the market's also dipping. Let's see something. Let's go over here. Let's do a split screen. Bitcoin, 5 minutes. Oh, nope, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 5 minute. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? There we go. Terra. All right, so Terra, 1400, 1400, 1300. Yes. All right, there you go. You guys can see these two charts and how they basically pump at the same time, right? This pump right here coincided with this, the downtrend, downtrend, uptrend, uptrend, downtrend, downtrend, uptrend, uptrend, and now we're both spiking down because Terra shouldn't bet again. QR code. Yeah, that's all right. I don't really need the donations, honestly, man. You're welcome to stick around if you want, but that's all right. I do pretty well trading. If you want to join the Discord, you can. That'd be pretty cool. I'd appreciate it, but yeah. Trying to build a good community in there. That's pretty important to me. Adapt also with extreme price swings. That's funny. All right. All right, Bitcoin. What the hell are you doing right now? I mean, I don't really have a QR code. I mean, I have a donation link, I think, in the description. I think I do. I think, probably. Yeah, there you go. I have some bills down there. So if you want to, you can. I'd appreciate it. And also, I have more donation links in the Discord, but don't stress, man. Like what AYT was saying, apparently I have so much crypto, I moved the markets. It's not true at all. But whatever. I do not like this, guys. I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now, though. Really am not liking this at all. This is what, 15 minutes? 1 minute, 50 seconds. No, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I really don't. I promise you, man. But I don't really have much like that on there. But oh man. Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Stick around, dude. I really do appreciate having the conversation with you and stuff. Pretty neat finding someone who was around for Mount Gox situation. Shit sucks. A lot of times nowadays, whenever I talk about Mount Gox and things, people really don't understand. I think it's pretty. It's just crazy to me, right? Like that was just. It was such a pivotal moment in crypto history. The whole situation that happened. We got that. Really sucks what happened to a lot of people. Fortunately, I was not involved in that. Thankfully, but I remember all the craziness that happened because of it. 15-minute breakers over here, guys. 26 seconds. We need to get a pretty decent bounce, which we're actually getting a bit of it right now. Okay. Not looking great, y'all. Not looking great. Not looking great at all. I'm pretty pissed about this. I think Terra is going to shit the bed for us. I think something's going on. $15. We need to pop up in a hurry, y'all. I'm watching the Tether chart on Coinbase right now. It's pretty aggressive. That to me is like really important. So I'm really trying to follow this. Like this volatility is just shit, guys. It's not good. This is not good, healthy movement for a coin like that. Thank you. Exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying. I 100% agree with this. This is bullshit. I'm really pissed about this. Literally everything is following Terra right now. It sucks. This sucks, guys. Like I hate this situation. It's like you can't trade this shit. You're buying DXY, strong uptrend. Yeah, I know, right? Sucks. Just crazy, guys. It's absolutely nuts. I hate everything about this situation right now. Terra seems to be relatively stable right now. It wants to. It's just nuts. Hmm. Getting a little bit of a, I don't know. I'm not even gonna. I don't think it's a good idea to overanalyze these little micro movements on Terra. But I do know this is fucking us right now. Why did it lose its peg? It's a whole mess of situation. Um, there's a, you know, the only person I know who actually, let me rephrase this. This is the guy who posted it on here. Brains retweeted it last night. Here you go. This is what I'm going to show you guys. This is the tweet right here that really like helps understand exactly what's going on. Yeah, it's pretty crazy though. I don't really understand all this exactly, make it very clear, but it's crazy. Dude, what are you doing, dude? Go away. Imminent verse. All right, let's see. Bitcoin, Bitcoin. So irritating. It's funny. It's just crazy. This Luna thing is just insane. It's so irritating, and it really makes it to where this whole makes it really challenging to trade right now because everything's watching Terra. Whether or not Terra can hold its own. Cannot believe it. I'm legitimately trading a stablecoin. Oh. So now we're testing this hourly breaker again. Well, actually, first time. Dude, stop spamming. No, I'm not. I don't know what that is. I don't care. Imminent verse. I don't know what that is. I don't care. It's probably some garbage anyway. Yeah, keep spamming. That's exactly what's gonna make me want to do this. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. How do I just go away? All right. All right. Yeah, guys, we're just stuck here, guys. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're just stuck in this range, and it sucks because Terra is breaking down again. And it's just garbage, guys. Isn't it just shitty how like unfollow Litecoin? Screw it. I just hate having all these damn NFTs on my timeline all the time. So frustrating. Trendline breakup. BTC loses 1 hour. BTC. There you go. I got alert set on it. Meanwhile, Terra is further getting depegged. Great. Look, more NFTs I don't care about. Let's see. What is the deal? NFT. I'm just going to ban NFT as one of my deals. Do it on here, I guess. Settings and privacy. What is it? Mute and block. Perfect. Muted words. I have giveaway, airdrop, and giveaway and airdrop right now, and it helped me out tremendously. So let's go ahead and add NFT to my list. NFT. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's a good one, I think. It's a good one to cancel out. Solana, Ethereum. No, those are both fine. Oh, that's funny. What is Luna at? Is it dropping further? Probably is. Yeah, if you think Luna is going to recover, like no shit, if you think it's not gonna go to zero, you're gonna get a one hell of opportunity. But I don't know. I think it's way too dangerous to try. This is so funny. Don't know if I would take this, guys. I don't like. I don't know if there's a price level I'd be interested in Luna at this point. It's just too dangerous. It's ridiculous. Levels are still marked, y'all. All right, so we did actually touch the hour breaker. There you go. Good to see. Okay, so hourly breaker has been tested from the upside, a bullish retest. So this is the spot where, you know, if we're going to break up, this is the level. I don't know what's going to happen here. Honestly, I don't, guys. 30K is a new 6K. Well, 30K was also tested, or 6K was also tested for months at a time. So I don't think that's really fair. So think about like 6K. If you guys have been around for a while, 6K was like the thing for a very long time, right? So if you go back in time, what is this? Bybit? Oh, I don't know if I have enough history. Let's see, maybe. Nope, I don't. Okay. If you go back in time to here, there you go. Perfect. So the thought process here is that 6K, right in this region, was just, it was tested over and over and over and over and over again, right? So you guys can see bounce, 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 and then eventually it fell through, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, 6K is a massive support. It's never going to break down, never going to break down, never going to break down. And well, they're right, 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 until eventually they're wrong. Okay. The important thing here is there was a lot of money made on these bounces, right? So if this is the new 6K, I hope they mean that this is the second time it's really tested, like we're over here, which means we still have a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth and a seventh and an eighth and a ninth, right? See that? So if it is the, 6K, and if it does hold out the way that they're talking about, then this ride ain't over yet, guys. Like we still have this bounce up here, right? So could this just be the initial bounce, right? The initial fall, come back up here, and this is the second test right over here. Yeah, makes sense to me, right? We actually haven't gone as low as this one. And then, of course, we come back down here, make a little new low, another bounce up, another low, or, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, go, 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 and eventually we fall through, right? But it takes a long time, guys. This was drawn out for like a very long period of time. So could this be a similar situation? I mean, sure. I think it makes sense. But don't think we're here. I would think we're more like here, and we still got a long ways to go with this crap just, going sideways for a long time. But you can make money these bounces. Can. Okay, BTC is now, looks like it might be breaking down. Maybe. Not yet. My alarm hasn't went off yet. I put an alarm here for losing 1 hour breaker. We haven't hit it yet. That's good, I guess. So we're still bouncing between these two levels. But this is the hourly level that needs to hold. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. If we lose this, I'll be targeting down here. How are my alts doing? Ones I'm in right now. KNC is holding up well. ACH is struggling, but not too bad. Veracity looks like garbage. Quant Stamp, garbage. KNC, okay. ACH, garbage. Cool. Neat. Neat-o. And of course, Terra is still struggling. We're at 90 cents right now. 90 cents to the dollar. Absolutely insane. Hmm. Well, this is something. At least they're trying to stabilize it, I guess. They actually have investors involved. Three-week candle close. As long as Terra keeps holding up, like God, it's so weird. I'm even talking about that, but like Terra is so important in this situation right now. These charts are damn near identical. Yep, Dow's also trending downwards now. Struggling, guys. Struggling as well. The markets close in. Is that right? Yep, 33 minutes. Markets close. Would like to see this at least close green today. That'd be nice. Futures market is down. Hourly breaker still holding up. This right here is like the last stand for me, guys. This is it. If we lose this, we are going down here. Like it's a certainty in my eyes. Oh yeah, this is a trend line, isn't it? Son of a bitch. So we have a trend line now. Well, yep, hourly breaker. Like guys, this is it. Didn't even notice this. That's crazy. Uh, Terra just sold 52 Bitcoin to help yesterday. They sold a lot more than that. They sold a lot more than that. All right, now we're breaking down this trend line. All right, volatility incoming, y'all. Volatility is incoming. I guess we haven't broken down yet. We're close to it, though. But either way, volatility about to happen. Get ready, y'all. Don't know which direction. Don't know which direction, guys. But the point is, it's definitely a very, very key level. I don't know what direction it's going to go, guys. I have no clue. We can make some assumptions on here, but the important thing is something that's about to be pretty aggressive one way or another, and I do not know which direction it's going to go. That's curious. Golden pocket retracement. Super low time frame, but still interesting. Tron is ruling the world. Is it? Let's see. What is Tron at right now? TRX. 10%. Not bad. There's other assets doing better, but not bad. It looks like Terra is actually sort of popping up a little bit. It looks like it's trying at least. It is getting some nice candles here. All right, losing hourly breaker. Okay, here we go. Is it going to be another long night? That's the big question. The answer is maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. There is a lot of sell volume happening on Tron right now, or a lot of buy volume. Well, I hate saying that. There are a lot of market buys happening on Terra. So far, so good. Yeah, so far it's holding up decently. It is a support till it's lost. That's good. You don't like maybe? I don't like it either. Hmm. Yeah, I don't like maybe either, but you know what else you gonna say here? The levels are clearly marked. Just let it see which direction it falls or rises. We don't know yet. God, there's so much volume right now in Terra. There's a lot of movement right now, guys. All right. This is an hourly breaker. It's untested. It's the first time it's been tested, so like, it doesn't necessarily have to collapse right here. So, but since this trend line was tested, we would expect it to roll over and fall through quickly or bounce up here aggressively. One of those two things is very likely to happen. Either way, I don't think we're going to range much longer. I really don't. I think we're going to get a conclusion pretty damn quickly. I don't know which direction it's going yet. Oh my gosh, come on. Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Okay, something to take notice of. Remember, we talked about that before, how we wanted Bitcoin dominance to increase during this movement. because it shows people are stepping up and defending this very clear level, right? So you want to see a lot of people step in and defend this. So that's what you want. Like this, we wanted to see this happen. So far, the increase in Bitcoin dominance is good. Markets close in 25 minutes. SPX is actually still up. The S&P is still up right now. Dow is down 150 points. Longs are still increasing. Of course they are, right? Longs keep increasing because, you know, that's how this whale operates, apparently. If he doesn't sell, he just buys. Just buys. It's got to bounce. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't have to. Ugh. It's going to bounce here and go up, or it's going to go down here and then go up. By the way, it's going to bounce. It's just when. Longs have been longing for the last month, like increasingly intensity. So like, doesn't necessarily mean that it has to. As long as the longs keep longing, even if the price keeps dropping, that's still fine. Now, if they start closing out aggressively, that's when you get concerned. Now, of course, this right here is a huge just question mark. This entire thing is just nuts. Anything new? This is the perfect time for some sort of an agreement to come out to stabilize the market. That'd be really nice. It's crazy. Hourly breaker right here. What's this? Shit, that's crazy. Nuts. Okay, trend line's holding so far. I'm watching Terra on the monitor. It's holding. It's not great, but it's holding. You can see it right there as well. Oh, fuck. Terra and Bitcoin are moving identically. This is so freaking unique. This will be talked about for years. Velocity's actually reversing and going upwards right now. Interesting. It's positive to say. Fight of the century? No. The fight of the day? Yes. It's intense, though. Velocity is really increasing right now. Curious as to why. It's low time frame, but this is still it's a divergence from the rest of the market. Alchemy might be doing a little bit as well. KNC is showing some strength here, but not relative to this. This is a unique coincidence right here, a unique situation with Veracity. And Veracity has been testing this major trend line for a while, right? So maybe this is the breakup, which would be a very bullish movement. Getting above this trend line and breaker is so significant on this chart. All right. So far, we're holding up. Trying to see if there's any news that comes out for this whole Terra situation. We need Terra to be pegged. Like, it's really important that Terra holds up. That's why I'm like 95% of the time I don't care about news or fundamentals. The fundamentals on Terra are really fucking us right now. So that's like the only this is probably one of the very 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 few times that I'm legitimately talking about fundamentals because I think it is very serious. Okay, a little bit of a downtrend there. Okay, and see, I need you to reverse a little bit. Really, just this, guys. This is the big one. These two, Terra and Bitcoin, and of course, traditionals. Mm. Keep increasing. We're almost above 60,000. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. Surprised we haven't had we haven't had a what is it called? We haven't had a we haven't had a capitulation. We haven't had an actual breakout in either direction yet. Pretty crazy that we still are inside this level, but you guys can see it's significant. Reset this. Bitcoin breakdown. There we go. This is my break up, break down. Nothing in between there really matters, I guess. Terra's back above 90 cents. Just struggling. Let's go to Coinbase and Binance, get a good volume profile. See what's going on there. I use these charts because they give us the most accurate volume. Volume is not much really taking us, honestly. Low volume on the downtrend. It's just consolidation. Like, this is consolidation volume. That's all it is. Like, there's not really much to take from it. Low volume. Everyone's waiting on the sideline, basically. I think there'd be a lot of volume that kicks in if we can break up from that trend line. But right now, we're sort of just waiting. Getting back above here, I think, is a pretty decent show of strength. This one was, we closed above there. That's something, I guess. Such a low time frame, though. I don't really put too much weight into it. Velocity's popping off. Okay, it's popping back up a little bit. Showing a little bit of strength. Ah. You see a major descending triangle on the 3-day. No, I'm not really buying it, man. I'm not really buying the descending triangle, honestly. I see where you're at, but I don't think so. So Terra is now almost 91 cents. It's showing some strength. Because of that, Bitcoin is showing strength. Such a unique situation. So Bitcoin is showing strength because Terra is showing strength. Luna just curled up and died. Like in the last few minutes or like, before. Looks like garbage. Yeah, these are the only areas I'd be interested in doing anything with down here. But like make it very clear to you guys. This chart can go to zero. Like, no kidding, literally worthless. Okay? If these two levels fail, or let me rephrase this, I think these two levels are the most likely places for a bounce. Okay? But don't think for a second this chart literally cannot go to zero. Like, worthless. Zero, worthless. Okay? That's no shit what we're dealing with here. Due to the pegging nature of, or due to how Terra and Luna are pegged, and Terra is obviously completely fucked right now, Luna is also in the same boat, and that's why this is happening. So don't think this can't happen, because it can. It can go to zero. Like, no kidding, zero. There have been thousands of other coins before Luna to go to zero, and this very easily could just become a statistic. All right, let's go back over here. Let's look at our trend line again. Same thing. We're still at this level, guys. We're still waiting. Very surprised we haven't picked a direction yet, but here we are. Did I unfollow too many things where now I don't get stuff? Coinbase net earnings shortly. Oh God. Coinbase earnings shortly. I don't know how Coinbase cannot make money. I don't see how any exchange can't make money. Good buyback so far. Terra's still holding up. Looks like it's pretty decent. Let me rephrase this. The order blocks on Terra, okay? The order books on Terra are definitely stacked as if there's a lot of support below us at our current levels. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of support in that region. Well, that was we're at 91 cents on Terra now. It's increasing. Hey, Bitcoin, you can also go up with Terra again, or are we just going to take the downtrends? Oh, man. Well, this is great. Not a good reaction at all. Probably about to get ugly, guys. It's probably about to get ugly. Lose this, it gets ugly. Get up here, it gets really good. Lose this, we have further downside to go. That's basically where I'm at. Hey, I appreciate it, Bevi. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I know. I'm trying. It's tough, man. I know a lot of guys are in some really bad positions right now, and I'm trying to be available. Um, but yeah, these market conditions are very unique. Testing the downside of it now, right now. Mm. All right, here we are. This trend line is now below it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's absolutely below it. At least on Bybit. I don't know about the other exchanges, probably close to it. Let's go to Coinbase, see if we have any volume, right? That's going to give us a lot of the clues as to whether or not this is significant or not. As of right now, we don't have a lot of volume. Binance is this, or Coinbase, no volume. Binance, no volume. So I don't think it's that significant yet. Yeah, Coinbase, there's no volume. So if this is significant, you're going to see a massive spike in volume here. This is on a 1-minute chart, make it very clear. So it's very low time frame. I have never used USTD dominant or USDT dominance in my life. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is tough. I've never used tether dominance before, so it's not really my thing. I think it'd be pretty disingenuous if I started adding new indicators without doing research and actually using them prior to. So, just not one of the things I do. Let's look over here. Do. holding up relatively well right now, guys. I'm a little bit impressed. And again, guys, I'm on a 1 minute chart. Like, trust me, I know. It's not that significant, but here we are. Damn. The fuck? Pretty cool if it just popped the upside like that. It's a strong buyback right now. Let's go back to Coinbase, see if it's significant. Binance, 5 minute chart, just opened. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Volume isn't that impressive yet on either exchange. It doesn't look bad though. Hmm. Oh. Oh man. Getting exhausted. Still you get a haircut eventually, someday. Today is likely not that day. How's everyone doing today? Thanks, Cred. So Tether's still holding up. It's at 91. It's 91.1 cents. So that's pretty. Or not Tether. Terra. Terra is holding up 91.1 cents. So relatively well. Now remember, until we get back to $1, this is still extremely dangerous. But yeah, extremely dangerous. Like it's terrifying. But yeah. Playing with fire, y'all. Playing with fire. Really strong bounce so far. 15-minute candle. This is a 15-minute. Really strong. Honestly, it is. This is where we're at right here. Get above here, below there. Till then, we're just ranging. Surprised that this is holding up as long as it is, though. Yep, we're just stuck, guys. God, else to do at this point? Basically chilling, guys. We're just waiting. I would not entirely rule out this hourly breaker yet as support, but it's already been tested once really aggressively, so I'm not. I wouldn't put too much faith in it either. Essentially, we lose this level, I'm going to be expecting new lows. I don't know how quickly, but I'll be expecting new lows. That's funny. Probably breaking down here. That was the try, but it's breaking down. Let's go back to Coinbase, see the volume. Well, let's go to Binance. Still pretty low. Minute chart. Still fairly low. Nothing too significant yet. Volume. Not yet. Still no volume. Interesting. Oops. Oh shit. Coinbase had a massive drop. Thought I had a coin on here. Holy shit. Look at that massive drop. Holy hell. 18%. Oh man. Wow. I guess their earnings report did not go out very well. You know, this is what I was telling you guys earlier. Like, I really do think if it does work, it's going to have a really strong bounce up to around that region. Same basic levels. If it's restored. Is it worth the risk? For me, no. I think it's way too high of a risk. Yeah, right? I know. I think it's going to happen extremely soon. Like, look at this, guys. Like, we're now trending below it, so I think it's about to happen. We're just looking for BTC breakdown. Okay. Coinbase. Look at the volume. That's what we're looking for. This is Binance. It's a good one to trade off of. Let's look at the 1 minute. Okay, we have some decent volume on that one. For a confirmation, you want to see a shit ton of volume with these red candles. We don't have that yet. Right? So down momentum with high volume is a confirmation. However, if it does this shit, right? Let's say it spikes upwards with high volume. Obviously, it's just a big bear trap. We don't know yet. Terra looks to be dropping a bit. Not too bad, though. Oh, I've been waiting all day for this damn movement. Holy hell. Not convincing at all right now. Not convincing volume whatsoever. Not convincing. Very slow drop. Hmm? What the fuck was that about? Huh. It's definitely not convincing, guys. What the fuck? Oh, what just happened? Stream still live? Yeah, still going. What? Hmm. It's actually, it's not dropping as harshly as I was expecting. VRA is dropping now. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, it did? Okay. I know, right? Honestly, it probably is. I do need to get off soon anyway, so I'm not really that mad if it does. Bybit, Bitfinex. VRA is now collapsing. Neat. Holy shit. What the fuck? Not thrilled about this by any means. ACH. It's not holding up very well either. KNC is still in the buy zone. I'm still happy with that. Just VRA. This is the one I've been struggling with all day. I don't know how to feel about this. Oh, man. Terra is still staying solid, essentially. Oh, wait. Who is this? That's right. Never mind. Oh, solidly below it. It's not accelerating. I thought it would accelerate a lot more than it is. This level's still a support level. Maybe that's why it's not. I don't know. It's just weird. You would think if this was such a massive breakdown, it would be accelerating a lot faster. No, it's just not. Makes me wonder here. Let's go back to Coinbase. See, the volume is still really shitty. It's not like there's no volume on this dip at all. Tether. See, no volume. Like there's no volume here, guys. I don't. Maybe this trend line isn't significant. Maybe that's what it's telling us. That's what it's looking like, honestly, because like there should be volume here, and there's just not. It's weird, guys. Oh, they're shitting on Coinbase. Oh my gosh. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Why is so? Are we just wrong in that this trend line isn't actually significant? I'm starting to think that way because like the volume just isn't appearing. Are we looking at this wrong? Is there something else I need to be looking at? Like, look at this. This is just flat. It's flat volume. Even after it dropped down from there, it doesn't seem very decisive to me. Where's the golden pocket? Which one are you talking about? Of this? Which breaker? 30-minute breaker and golden pocket. So golden pocket, if we're looking at the same chart, this is the golden pocket, right? And 30-minute breaker, I really don't see one here. That's a breaker. But like, is this it? Oh no. I just really think that this should have capitulated more by now. Yeah, I think the trend line's invalidated. Or at least the bottom trend line's invalidated. The top one, I mean, we don't know, right? But the bottom trend line, I think, is invalidated because there's no follow through on the drop. Let's go with this. Oh shit. There you go. Coinbase, Binance. I don't know. Hey, Bvi, where are you at right now on your satisfactory safe? I'm really curious. I want to see what your base looks like. I know I got you into it. My bad. I'm sorry, bro. Good game. Love it. Haven't played it in like 3 or 4 days now. I've been focusing on this crap. But yeah. This hourly breaker still holding up. I think this is the key level right now, though. I think that's the level we're looking for. We haven't broken down below it yet. Terra's still screwing around. Still holding up, technically. Damn. Coinbase getting wrecked. Level 3. Nice. Nice, bro. Trains are awesome. Learn how to use them. They're pretty cool. This is my first playthrough as well, so not good at it by any means, but getting there. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is it's just weird. You would think that you would have had more follow through, and we're definitely not getting it right now. Just gonna drop this down here. I think this is our level. I really think this is the key level. I think this makes a ton of sense. This is this hourly level. So, at this point, now we're stuck. Waiting for waiting 29 minutes for the next close. See if we can hold it. This chart is still so damn important to me. The Tether chart. These Bitcoin and Terra are moving like the same right now. Yep. Doesn't look great, guys. I think it's just still clear, guys. Like break above the trend line. That's where we're at. I don't think anything else really matters at this point. I think we're over analyzing this. And basically, get above that trend line. We can look for the retracement. Till then, no, that's it. Like we're just waiting. Fortunately, this trend line will follow us where we go, and eventually we're going to break above it. Right? If we trend downwards, eventually we're going to break above it. And I think that's where the strength is going to come from because this is obviously very significant and well established. Man, I don't know, guys. This is frustrating. Just frustrating, but no, what can you do? Terra's still holding up, so that's good, I guess. Still no volume, though, even on this dip. This Tether. Yep, look, very low volume on this dip. It still looks like it's consolidating. Still looks like consolidation. So I don't think there's really a breakdown yet. I think it's just basically still ranging. Maybe this hourly is significant. I just... Maybe it is. I don't know. It's tough, guys. It's tough, y'all. So maybe something like this. All right, let's do this. Maybe what we're going to get... Come down here, sweep over here, get down below it, sweep it, and then go back up. That'd be pretty good, I guess. It'd be a nice little liquidity tap. So yeah. All right, here we go. Got some movement now. Pop up, back up. Oh my God, 4 hours? Jeez, guys, this is nuts. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is still a support level. This is basically it. That's it though, guys. Like if we lose that, it's it. It's over. It's done. Put a fork in it. Yep. Never actually touch the golden pocket. Come down there, tap the golden pocket over here at 37 or 30.7. Tap that maybe. Maybe a sweep of this low. I guess that'd make a lot of sense. But break above this trend line. I think you can put alert on here, can't you? I think you can. Coordinates, visibility, text, visibility. I could have swore you could. Add alert on trend line. Perfect. Okay. Top Bitcoin. Ooh. top trend line test. There you go. Bitcoin trend line test. That's what I want to see. I want to see this get tested, and I want to see. That's whenever I'm really curious to see what happens. But let's do that. Let's go up here. Save. Cool. So if it tests the trend line, I'm going to get an alert. If it breaks above the trend line, I'm going to get an alert. God, it's ugly. So freaking ugly. Still think that's significant. Still in the golden pocket, still in the breaker. This is the area that should act as support. KNC still looking fine. ACH still looks good. I mean, this structure still looks fine to me. I'm not really concerned about that. Just waiting on this. We just need this to get off his freaking butt and take off. Market's closed. No, not bad. Not horrible closes, honestly. Given all the volatility and everything else, I don't think it's that bad of a close. Really don't. DXY is a little bit up, but not that much. Bitcoin dominance is increasing, which again, like I said, I think that's probably the good thing here. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And of course, our whale buddy. We're above 60,000 long positions. Holy hell, this is ridiculous. Just keeps increasing. All right, I'm gonna get off. Been on for 4 hours. I think I need a break. 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 I'm gonna get some stuff done. Probably mow the yard. Oh, some laundry. Checking the food. I'm slow cooking some ribs right now, so that'd be cool. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. Have a good one. Thank you for joining. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, 4 hours, y'all. Like that. I think that's pretty impressive. Not many people actually come on here and do live trading for 4 hours at a time during this volatility when the market's not going their way. Right? So, all right, let you guys go. Have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Like always, appreciate you guys joining, and deuces.